Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. About me, I am Sandeep Bhushan Thummala and my credentials are I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I teach international relations and internal security and analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And this session will help you to crack prelims and mains because I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases which will be very useful for you in regards to the prelims as well as mains examinations. So I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases from the news wherein we will try to identify the factual and analytical questions by emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases. So thereby the keywords and the key phrases are very important for you all in regards to preparing for civil services, wherein I would be emphasizing which keywords and the key phrases have to be picked up from the newspaper, that is from the news item, so that you can also again try to derive at a factual and analytical question for the prelims point of view. And the importance of the keywords and the key phrases are that even in the mains, that is in regards to answer writing also, it will be very helpful, which I would be emphasizing throughout my lecture, throughout my session in regards to the keywords and the key phrases. And if you are able to imbibe the keywords and the key phrases, definitely you will be, your answers would be precise and concise in regards to the mains examination. So definitely by imbibing the keywords and the key phrases, which I would be taking up throughout my session, and I will help you in regards to identifying the keywords and the key phrases, and thereby you imbibing the keywords and the key phrases in your answer writing, that is in regards to the mains, your answers would be precise and concise, thereby you would score more high marks in the mains examination. So therefore my session will be definitely helpful for you in regards to the prelims and mains, both for 2020 as well as 2021 also. And prior to that, you have a notification in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CS English, which is India's largest learning platform. And once you get subscribed, you will have unlimited access to live and recorded courses from India's best educators. And the privileges you get once you get subscribed are the daily live classes, live testing quizzes, structured courses, and unlimited access to all the live and recorded courses. And these are the educators at Unacademy, which you can see it on your screen. And in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, the courses offered are economy, environment and ecology, current affairs, and all others, which you can also see it on the screen. Along with that, you have the essay writing, internal security and social issues, along with the others, which you can also view it on your screen. And in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English subscription, you have 12 months of subscription, wherein the original price is 44,000, and while you use my code SBT10 while you are subscribing, you will get 10% discount, and the 10% discount, the discounted price would be 39,600. So do use my code SBT10 to avail 10% on the original price, that is for 12 month subscription, which is 44,000, and the discounted price would be 39,600. And you also have the 24 month subscription, wherein the original price is 64,000, and while you use my code SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10, you can avail 10% discount on the original price 64,000, and the discounted price would be 57,600. So do take the maximum advantage of subscribing for 24 months and also for the 12 months subscription by using my code SBT10, wherein you can avail 10% off on both the 44,000, you will get 39,600 the discounted price, and the 24 months the original price being 64,000. While you use my code SBT10, you will get 10% discount, and the discounted price would be 57,600. And now I'll get into the topic, that is in regards to the analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And before I get into the newspaper, I reiterate my sentence, my statement, that is my tagline, that is keywords and the key phrases. My tagline, that is the keywords and the key phrases, which will be very useful for the prelims and mains examination, wherein I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases throughout my lecture, that is in regards to the analysis of the newspaper, emphasizing on each and every news. And before I get into the topic, I would say very good morning to all who are in the live and also in the live chat. And good morning to Hemant, Malvika, MK Meal. Very good morning to you. Is it your first class, MK Meal? And also David Paul, Ramchandran, very good morning to you all. And now I'll get into the topic that is today's newspaper, which has a topic says that India's rise in case third fastest globally. So definitely we are aware of the kind of trend, the spike which is going on in regards to the cases, infections cases, and also death cases, and also in regards to the recovery rates, also very good comparatively when we look at the death cases and then the mortality rates and the morbidity rates. So definitely the government of India has come up saying that it is doing far better, and then ICMR is also saying that it is going ahead with the more of sample testing compared to the what you said the previous days or the previous week. So definitely there is a good sense which is going on in regards to the ICMR going ahead with a more number of testing, but there is a cause of concern that is in regards to the India rise in cases third fastest globally. So this is a cause of concern, and this is a very disturbing trend for India in regards to the COVID-19 cases. But definitely there is something which is also a little bit of which is a positive side, because if you look at the infections and the death cases, now the infections are almost 3.32 lakh 33 lakhs 32,775, and the death cases are 9,521, which is the highest. And also the recovery rate, if you look at, yes, 51%. So the recovery rate is almost more than 50%. The recovery rate, that is almost close to 1.5 lakh have been recovered in regards to the mortality. So this is a good news. And also the ICMR has also gone ahead with saying that the sample test have been increased from the previous day, that is 1 lakh 43 to 1 lakh 51. So this is also a good sign that ICMR is going ahead more of aggressive testing. And if you look at the states, that is Maharashtra and Delhi are actually going ahead with the leading the tally, that Maharashtra is 3,390 cases and 120 death cases, and Delhi is also at a very high mortality and morbidity rate, which is also a cause of concern for the entire country, because each state which is going ahead with accommodating its numbers to the nation's tally is a cause of concern, and that is why India is rising third fastest globally and India ranks third. So this is in regards to daily increase. Please do understand, in regards to the daily increase of the cases, India ranks third. India ranks third behind Brazil. That means you have US, Brazil, and India. Third in regards to the daily increase of the cases. And in regards to the death cases, India is ranking fourth. India is ranking fourth. That is in regards to the, you have Brazil, US, Mexico, and then India. So it is the fourth number in regards to the death cases. So definitely daily increase it is third, and death cases it is the fourth. And then we have this report by the John Hopkins University. John Hopkins University, it is going ahead with the COVID-19 trackers. So this is very important because prelims point of view, which is the, because this university, John Hopkins is the university, is the credible information which is being provided, which it is providing to entire world also. So definitely as per the John Hopkins University, India ranks fourth. India ranks fourth in regards to the cases behind USA. USA is almost 2.1 million. Brazil is 8.50. Russia is 5.828. And then in regards to the fatalities in the sense, in regards to the death cases, we have info fatalities, that is in regards to the infection fatalities, it is 9. So definitely as per the John Hopkins University COVID-19 tracker, this is very very important in regards to prelims point of view, so please do understand there is difference in regards to death cases or in regards to daily cases, and the way it is going ahead with the increase of cases and also recovery rate. Please do take it into consideration, the recovery rate, and then the sample testing also. So there are various scenarios wherein this could be what you say asked. What are the uh, in regards to the definitions, the prelims UPSC might ask the questions in regards to the various terms like recovery rate, and also in regards to the comorbidity, or else in regards to the in regards to the infectious fatality rate. So definitely the terms or definitions have to be taken into consideration for the prelims point of view. That is why we are trying to go ahead with this, so that ICMR, and then how the recovery rate is going ahead, and how the sample testing is being taken up, and how the daily increase is going on in regards to the what is say fatality rates, and also into the regards to the mortality rates. And there is one more news which talks about the by the ICMR. So ICMR has come up with a report or the study which says that mid-November there would be a peak. There would be a peak in mid-November. So we are in the month of uh, June now, July, August, September, October. So another 4 months later on, there would be a peak. What the ICMR has come up with the study. So ICMR has come up with the study, and this is very, very important. And before I get to the topic, Ramchandran, Madhu, and Shravani, very good morning to you all. And in regards to ICMR, the ICMR is definitely making sure that because of the national lockdown, what initially we have gone ahead with the national lockdown, that has really helped India in regards to maintaining the mortality and morbidity rate. ICMR has made it very clearly said that the kind of national lockdown we have gone ahead, that has really helped India in regards to reducing the morbidity rate and also the mortality rate. So definitely morbidity rates and mortality rates have been reduced because of the or have been put under control because of the national lockdown, so definitely it says it is very good. But again, because of the unlock and the way the we are having in regards to the beds, isolation beds, and also in regards to the ventilators, so all these are very taken into consideration that there could be a cause of sense, which the report has been taken up by the ICMR study, that because of the national lockdown we have taken care at least now, but that is around mid November, when a paucity of isolation, that means there would be a decrease in, that would be there would be a shortage of ICU beds and ventilators. Why? Because now whatever the cases are there, we are able to effectively 60% of the effective public health measures or public health emergency has been, what do you say, taken into consideration as per the demand what the treatment is actually asking us. But the first week of the November, we will make sure that there would be more demand in the treatment. There would be more demand in the treatment, and there would be less of the isolation beds, and then inadequate ICU beds, and also we will have less of ventilators. So this will be the shortage in the month of November. That is, in the mid November, we will definitely have a very high demand of treatment, that means more of infections are supposed to take place as per ICMR study by the month of November. Thereby, because of more infections or mortality rates, morbidity will be very high, that is infections will be very high by the mid of November. Thereby the shortage would be in regards to the infectious isolation beds, and then in regards to the ICU bed shortage and also ventilators, and that is what is the projections made by the ICMR study, and that is the cause of concern that India has to make sure that it goes ahead with increasing or making sure that it goes ahead with the infrastructure or the hospital infrastructure, health infrastructure in regards to the ICUs and regards to the beds and ventilators has to be increased. So definitely that is a situation which is demanding now. And also Shivi Shivi Bijalwan and Kiran have joined. Very good morning to you, both of you. And I think Shivi Bijalwan and Kiran, I think it is your first class today. And welcome to my session, that is the analysis of the in Hindu newspaper. And today we have another news which is in regards to the ecology and environment also, which talks about Malabar gliding frog. So they have spotted a frog that is called as a Malabar gliding frog, and it is at Pullad, that is in Kerala state. So this is again a very important news, which is for again for Blim's point of view. Okay, definitely my session will be helpful for you, Shivi. The way I go ahead with the correlating the keywords and the key phrases, which will be useful for the prelims as well as mains examination. So I would be emphasizing the particular topic, that is the news, which whether it would be in part of, or it would be in association with the UPSC trying to ask questions in regards to the polity or in regards to the ecology and environment, biodiversity, and also economy, and so various science and technology. So various topics which the UPSC syllabus is there. I will try to link it that topics with the news what we are actually analyzing, and my focus would be on the keywords and the key phrases identifying from the news item. So definitely here the in regards to the biodiversity, we had the news, that is the Malabar gliding frog. So this is very important. And then the Jitesh Krishnan, that is He is the assistant professor of botany at NSS College, Pandalam. So there he has spotted the frog endemic. Endemic in the sense the native are restricted to the rainforest of Western Ghats. So this is the Malabar gliding frog has been spotted in the Pullard area, and this is in the rainforest of the Western Ghats. Rainforest of the Western Ghats, and these are all very very important in regards to the prelims point of view. The what is very important is the Malabar gliding frog, which is spotted in Pullard, and it is what do you say, restricted, or it is a native of the restricted, or native, you can use this word, native of rainforest, that is Western Ghats, and it glides. What do you mean by glide? That it slides or it slips, or it slides up to 10 to 12 meters, and this is also called as, I mean, scientific name is Rhacophoros malabaricus. Malabaricus. So this is also very important for prelims, which you can take it into consideration. Thus, this keyword or the prefaces or the scientific name or botanical or botanical name, which will be, what do you say, asked in the prelims point of view. So Rhacophoros malabaricus is the name of the Malabar gliding frog. So this is very very important in regards to the prelims point of view. And this is at length of 10 centimeters, and it is the largest mossy frog. Mossy in the sense it is a kind of grass which do not have roots, but keeps on spreading, and it is called as moss. That grass is called as moss. So that kind of mossiness will be spotted on the back of the, or else on the frog, and that is why it is the largest mossy frogs. And Vanilla has also joined. Very good morning to Vanilla. And it is called as the largest mossy frogs, and the fingers and toes are like sticks to attach to walk to tree branches. And then it is a webbed in the sense, what do you mean by web? Toes are connected. You do not have the toes, what do you say, separate, do not have, but all of them are connected. So that is the, what do you say, the one which is unusual body position which has, and it will camouflage in the sense disguise and gliding in the air. So definitely it has a peculiar feature, and that is very important. Because of the peculiar feature, what it has is the importance that we need to, what do you say, attach to the UPSC prelims point of view in regards to the biodiversity. So Malabar gliding frog which is found in Pullard, and it is a native of the rainforest of the Western Ghats, and its scientific name is Rhacophoros malabaricus, and it is 10 centimeters the body length, and it is the largest mossy frogs. Please do understand, it is the largest mossy frogs, and males are smaller than the females. That means females are definitely bigger in size compared to the males. So this, please do take it into consideration, that it could be part of the biodiversity or ecology and environment, ecology or biodiversity, which will be part of it. So definitely the Malabar gliding frog, please do take it into consideration. And this is what I was talking about. This they are like webbed. They are webbed. All these are. You do not have a separate. All these are webbed. It's all together. And the other one, what I was talking about, the mossy, is this. There, it's a mossy. The green color, the grass, green color. It looks like a green or grass which is growing on the trees. Mossy color, mossy. And then the females are larger in size than the males. So this is very very important in regards to the prelims point of view. Johan has joined. Very good morning to Johan. And do please take it into consideration, it is a webbed, and it disguises, it's camouflage is it disguises, and it slides, that is it glides, and it is the largest mossy frog. And all these are very very important when it is asked in regards to the Malabar gliding frog. And there is another news which takes about three states yet to reply on labor law changes. So we have seen definitely at the time of the national lockdown, or the time of the national lockdown, many states have gone ahead with amending, or they have gone ahead with dilution of the labor laws, dilution of the labor laws. Many states we have seen that, we have seen what you say, started with Madhya Pradesh and UP, and then later on all other states, many states have gone ahead with diluting the labor laws, diluting the labor laws, and that was the cause of concern. That means the states have gone ahead with making sure that they wanted to kickstart the economic activity, they wanted to revive the business. That is why they have gone ahead with the diluting or amending the labor laws. And in that, one of the main important is in regards to the increasing the number of hours, increasing the number of hours from 8 to 12 hours, from 8 to 12 hours. So definitely this one of it is in regards to the diluting the labor laws, is increasing number of hours of the workers from 8 hours to 12 hours per day. And this has been raised by the parliamentary committee on labor. This has been raised by the parliamentary committee on labor. And who is the chairman? It is Bhartuhari Mehtab. Bhartuhari Mehtab is the chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Labour, and it has written a letter to 8 state governments seeking explanations on why or what changes, why you have gone ahead with the diluting changes or amendment to the labour laws, and what are the, what do you say, situations have prevailed that you have gone ahead with the changing. And then it has sent a letters to the even the BJP ruled states now, that is in regards to Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh, and they haven't still responded. And that is what, in spite of reminding two reminders to the states, that is the BJP ruled state, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh, the Parliamentary Committee on Labour has sent the letter seeking the explanation, but no response. The three states have affected the most significant changes. And whatever we are talking about the dilution, the most important is the Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh. Along with this, what I have said, along with this, all the three states are the one which have made a whooping changes in regards to the legal provisions which are being given to the laborers, but those have been changed, those have been, what you said, taken away from the laborers. And then the committee has sought details of the amendments, and also the instrument, that is the executive order and ordinance. So we have seen that the UP has gone ahead with the ordinance, and various states have gone ahead with the executive order. So what is important is what is the instruments they have used. So the instruments they have used in regards to diluting or amending or changing the labor laws are the executive orders and by the ordinance. So what is important for you as a prelims point of view is what are the instruments being used by the states in regards to diluting or changing or amending the labor laws, that is executive order and the ordinance. And this is what the committee is asking, the Parliamentary Committee on Labor is asking or seeking information about entire details about why this kind of changes have been taken up, and it is asking the explanation of it. So definitely you have to take it into consideration in regards to instrument, that is executive order and then the ordinance. And then a total of 13 states have diluted the labor law. So definitely it is 13 states, but the government or else the parliamentary committee, standing committee on the labor, has asked the details to the three states because they haven't responded while they have been asked repeatedly also. And that is in regards to daily working hours, as I said, 8 to 12 hours. And the parliamentary standing committee chairman, and this is very important for prelims point of view, the chairman is Bhartuhari Mehtab, who is also the Janata Dal MP. I mean Biju Janata Dal is an MP from the Biju Janata Dal political party. And in because of the dilution of the labor laws, 10 central trade unions, that is 10 central trade unions have approached the International Labour Organization, and the international organization has also sought the reply from India, and it wanted the government of India to look into these matters, the way they have been taken up in regards to diluting the labor laws, which are actually sweeping away or taking away the legal provisions which are being given to the laborers or to the workers. And what is very very important is the 10 central trade unions which have complained to the International Labor Organization. This is very very important. And the Parliamentary Standing Committee labor on labor is the Bhartuhari Mehtab. My class, Shivi Bijwal, my class starts at morning 7:30 a.m. This is in regards to the analysis of the Hindu newspaper, and there would be one more session in regards to the analysis of the, or else in-depth analysis of the editorials and articles. 10:15, that is a second session. I take only in regards to the editorials and articles. I'll pick up and then I will discuss at length comprehensively at 10:15, and now at 7:30 I will start the analysis of the newspaper. Analysis of the newspaper. I think you have got it, Shivi Vijalwan. 7:30 I go ahead with analysis of the newspaper, and 10:15 it is in regards to the in-depth analysis of the editorials and articles. And there is one more news which talks about the forgotten in the fog of war. So definitely we know that. So this is again in regards to India China. So as we are facing the kind of what is skirmishes face off between India and China since May 5th. Now the latest one is the May 5th, which has started along the LAC, and that is, we have seen, I mean both India and China have come up with the military engagement and the diplomatic engagement. Military engagement and diplomatic engagement they have seen, and we have also seen that there was a little bit of a partial disengagement of troops from Chinese side at the Galwan Valley, or in the Galwan Valley, only in the Galwan Valley, and the rest Pangyong Lake, Demchuk, and also Nakula Pass. Still, the the situation is still not very clear about it. And on the sidelines of it, there is a news in regards to that we know that there was a war between India and China in the year 1962, and also there was little bit of a kind of a grim situation even in 1967 and also 1975. So we will look at all this. So definitely 1962, we know that India and China have gone for a war, and then China has taken an upper hand, has got an upper hand in the war between India and China, that is in the year 1962. And later on in 1967, we have seen that, I mean, generally we remember this as a lost shot fired. That is, many of them think that it was the 1967 wherein the gunfire or gunshots have taken place in the year 1967. But we have seen, even after 8 years after 1965, there was also a gunshot or gunfire. Please do understand, not only 1962, not only 1967, after 1967 also, 8 years later on, 1965 also, there was gunfire between India and China. So we'll look at 1962. So definitely we know that 1962 the war has taken place, and later on after 1962, after 5 years, we have seen in 1967 80 Indian soldiers were killed in the clash between India and China, that is in Sikkim region, that is in Sikkim area, that is in the middle sector. It is the middle sector between India and China. We have eastern sector, middle sector, central sector, and then western sector. Western sector. So it was in the middle sector, that is in Sikkim, that is along the Nakula and then Nathula passes, or Bomdila, or various other passes also, then Butangla, Patangla Pass is also there. So definitely we have seen at that time 80 Indian soldiers were killed, and it is estimated 400 Chinese soldiers may have been killed. So definitely 1967 there was a gunfire, and after that, I mean, this is the last major fighting. Please do understand, this is the last major fighting between India and China. The first one we know that, which was very almost a war, it was a war 1962, and then a major fighting has taken place in 1967, last one. But 8 years later on, we have seen the same kind of gunfire, but in a very less intensity has taken place at the patrol of the Assam Rifle Jawans. This is very important. Assam Rifle Jawans were ambushed by the Chinese at Tulungla Pass. These are very important for the prelims point of view in regards to geography map based point of view. We have to get into that Tulungla Pass in Arunachal Pradesh. 4 were killed. So definitely this was the last one wherein gunfire has taken place between India and China, that is in 1975. But first time 1962, the war between India and China. 1965, 1967, 5 years later on 1962, wherein the last major fighting has taken place, and then Indian soldiers, 80 of them, 400 Chinese soldiers may have been killed, that is as per the estimates, in the 1967. And in 1975, it was the Assam Rifles, patrol of the Assam Rifles was ambushed by the Chinese at Tulungla Pass. So what is important is the 1962, because for the mains point of view and also for prelims point of view as a civil servant aspirants, what are the different times or different years wherein there was a gunfire between India and China. 1962 one, 1967 one, and the last was a smaller one, less intensity, that is 1975 at Tulungla Pass. Tulungla Pass. First one, what you say, we know that 1967 at the Brahmaputra plains they have entered, and then again in what you say second time 1962, 67 in the Sikkim area. And Indian government have maintained that definitely the last major attack which has taken place or ambushed was on October 20, 1975. This is again very important. Please do take it into consideration. We are trying to get into the clear of prelims point of view. So the last and final which the government, Indian government maintained Chinese have crossed, maintained Indian government. Please do understand why I am saying this. This is as per the Indian government. As per the Indian government, which it says that Chinese have crossed the LAC and ambushed the what do you say Assam rifle, the patrolling team on October 20, 1975. But the Chinese denied this and blamed India for the incident. So definitely it doesn't consider 1975 as the that Chinese troops have crossed the line of actual. And we also have the US State Department cable or the reports. It very clearly states, even the US United States State Department very clearly states that 1975 noted India's view that Chinese ambush has taken place 500 meters south of Tulungla Pass. So this is again very important, Tulungla Pass, because again it is being repeated. So for the geography map base it is important. And then we also know that it is as per the US State Department, they have entered from the Bumla and Tawang district. So you have a Tawang district in Arunachal Pradesh, you have the Tulungla and also Bumla, and they have also entered further into the Bomdila. And this very clearly states that in 1962 also they have used this pass to Bomdila to defeat Indian resistance. So definitely we have to get into the mode of the identifying the passes, that is the Tulungla Pass, Bumla Pass or Bomdila Pass, which were very important during 1962, 1967 and also 1975. And to the right side of the screen you have the lines, that is in regards to what are the different lines between India and China which have been drawn. So you have the McCartney or McDonald line, you have the Johnson line, you have the again the actual line of actual control. So we will look at all this, which are again very important for prelims point of view. So this line is the line is called as McCartney or McDonald line. And then the blue one which we have this thing, this entire Aksai is also part of it, is the Johnson line. And now what the issue is happening is this one is this is called as line of actual control, and this is the Western Highway, which is passing through the Aksai region. And here you also see the Karakoram Pass. So again, for what you say passes for geography map base, please do take it into consideration that Karakoram Pass is at what you say very close to the Daulat Beg Oldie, which is the airbase, which is the Indian airbase, which is situated at the highest altitude, almost 16,000 feet. That is Daulat Beg Oldie, and you have the road link from the Darbuk. It is called as Darbuk Chowk Daulat Beg Oldie Road, which is almost 255 kilometers from Darbuk to Daulat Beg Oldie. You have the road which is connecting and it is 255 kilometers, and it's called as DSDBO road. DSDBO road. And in regards to this passes from here, that is in 1975, they have crossed. Chinese troops have entered into Arunachal Pradesh from Tulungla Pass. This is very important, Tulungla Pass, and again Tawang district. So this is towards the Tawang districts. So Tawang district, and then again we are talking about the Bomdila Pass. So this is at the, this is a Bomdila. So this is, all these are very very important, and you have the Subansiri Valley. This is again very important for the geography map based. So all these passes, we are talking about the passes, are all very important for the prelims point of view. That is why I have taken for the pictorial presentation, which will be very very important for the prelims point of view, geography based prelim point of view. And this is the McMahon line. McMahon line. So we have seen McCartney McDonald line, Johnson line, line of actual control, and McMahon line. Please do take it into consideration which lines there could be a possibility which would be asked in the prelims, asking that match the following: on one side the lines and the other side the areas, or which states, or states again with to which country, passes through which state, or with which country. So you have the Radcliffe line, Durand line. So please do take it into consideration. It could be very easy, but definitely there, it could be a possibility that there would be a question posed. And then you have a new wave of Beijing outbreak spread to neighboring Liaoning. So definitely there is one more news which says that there is a second wave which has started in China. That is now, this time, first time it was in Wuhan, and second it was in Jilin province. Wuhan, that is the Hubei province. Hubei province, Jilin province, and now Beijing, the capital city of China. So now the news is spreading that the new cases have started on June 12th. New cases have started on June 12th, and as per what you say yesterday, it has been increased or surged to 51. So as per June 14, in 2 days, the cases have been spiked, and it is the 51 cases have been risen, and all these cases have been linked to major wholesale food market. So it is a food market, wholesale food market. So from there, it has been the new cases in Beijing has been linked to the wholesale food market. And Naina Mondal has joined. Very good afternoon to you, Naina. And my class starts at 7:30. Please uh, make sure that if it is possible tomorrow you can join at 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. Starts at 7:30 and goes up to almost 10, 8:15, 8:20 almost. So we are at the verge of winding it up. But if possible, you can join tomorrow at 7:30, which will be very very useful, because I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, which will be useful for the prelims as well as mains examinations. And then the next session I have at 10:15 a.m. This is in regards to the editorials and articles I will be discussing. So my morning session starts at 7:30. I think Nayana Mondal, you got it, and definitely it will be useful for you in regards to your civil services preparation. And the new cases which have started is now in the Beijing, and then it is also being spread to the various provinces which are bordering the Beijing city, and the city health authority have made it very clear that the contact tracing, they have gone ahead with the contact tracing, and it showed that the infected either might have worked or shopping. They have might have worked in the Zin, Zinfadi. So Zinfadi is the, this is again very important for prelims point of view. Zinfadi is the largest food market in Asia. Please do understand. We might not be really important, we think, in regards to the, what do you say, what is happening in Beijing. No, this is the second spike, and then the one which is basically linked to the major wholesale food market, that is which is inside Zinfadi is the largest food market in Asia, and then this largest food market in Asia is the key phrase. So definitely my emphasis is on the keywords in the key phrases. So definitely the contact tracing, this city's health authority, that is as per the health authority, they say probably they might have been working there, or gone as a gone for shopping in Zinfadi, which is the largest food market in Asia. So this is again very important for prelims point of view. And they have also made it very clear that it is spreading to the neighboring cities also. So if you look at all this, definitely now we will look at the Beijing outbreak. The Beijing outbreak has been definitely spreading to other places, and it has also spread to the northeastern province Liaoning. Liaoning. So this is also province which has been affected. For our the spread of virus is being spreading from Beijing to Liaoning. Liaoning, and also at least 10 Chinese cities have been included. That is, have been, the virus has been spreading. That is Harbin, and also Dalian. Dalian also has been spreading. So definitely the epidemiologist, that is the Chinese government, along with the epidemiologists, are saying that the DNA sequencing of the virus show the latest outbreak. So definitely they are focusing on the DNA sequencing, and they say that, please do understand, the epidemiologists with the Beijing government, both epidemiologists and the Beijing government have come up, or they are saying that the DNA sequencing, if you look at the latest outbreak, is in the market which I was talking about, the largest market in Asia, could have come from Europe. Could have come from Europe. So definitely, Karthik Narendran says that which is the largest food market in India. So definitely, I would say this would be the homework for everyone who was watching. And very good question, post Karthik Narendran. This could be the homework. What is the largest food market? So here what you can do is you can get into the concept of supply chain marketing. Supply chain marketing in India. Supply chain marketing in India. Then you will get the answer. And now we will look at the first. It has been the epicenter of the virus is the Hubei province. That is, you have the district in Hubei province. You have the Wuhan. Wuhan is in the Hubei province, and now the Beijing. So Beijing is here. Beijing is at almost northeastern of China, and then it has spread to even Liaoning, and also in regards to the Harbin. Harbin is here, and also in the regards to the Dalian also. So definitely it is spreading, and this spread is a cause of concern or a second spike. So we have seen first Hubei or Wuhan province, and then later on we have seen the second time when it has spread, it was in Jilin province. This is the second time. First one was in the Hubei province, second Jilin province, and then third in the Beijing. So Jilin province, which is actually bordering the North Korea and then the Russia. North Korea and Russia. And then now again Harbin is the one which has been affected also. So this is in regards to the map based. And we were talking about sometimes the Uyghur, because China has gone ahead with the national security law in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong. So definitely they have a kind of sense that there could be a possibility that there would be a security threat in regards to the Uyghur, and this is the Uyghur Autonomous Region of Xinjiang. And this Uyghur or the, what do you say, Uyghur Muslims minority, they are actually origin from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. This is not related to what we are talking, but just information I'm giving here. Epidemiologists are the one who are actually look into the virus. They are the one who actually take care, or they are actually in regards to the study of the virus. Karthik, they are in regards to the study of the virus, the entire how the virus, the DNA sequencing they get into the mode, and how the virus is actually mutating, and then how the DNA and the RNA of the virus. So it is a study of the viruses, epidemiologist. So they are the one who can really look at whether the virus is mutating or the what is the DNA sequencing, because it is only through epidemiologists we got to know that SARS-CoV-2 is having only an RNA, no DNA. In SARS-CoV-2, you have only RNA, no DNA. It is RNA RNA dependent RNA polymerase. It is RNA dependent RNA polymerase. Which one? SARS-CoV-2. You have only one, that is RNA, no DNA, and that is all been, what do you say, taken up, or the study who does in regards to the virus, in regards to sequencing, DNA sequencing of the viruses, whether it is mutating or not. It is the epidemiologist who takes care about it, who takes care about it. And this is the, what do you say, in regards to this, the virus, a new virus outbreak which is taking up in the Beijing, and this is a cause of concern. Now it could be the second outbreak. So definitely this session is an informative, and then in regards to the being more informative and knowledgeable one, so which have covered from prelims point of view very specifically. And do like the video, share the video, subscribe the video while you're watching the Let's Crack UPSC CS English. And then you can also download the Unacademy Learners app, and then you can be part of the Unacademy special courses, special classes, wherein you can have access to various courses by various educators. And then you can subscribe for 12 and 24 months using my code SBT10. And while you use my code SBT10, you'll get 10% discount on the original amount of 12 and 24 months. And then you can also have access to UPSC CS English in 10 minutes. And then in regards to the Telegram link, it is the Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. And then you can also connect to me through my Telegram link, that is t.me/Sandeep Bhushan SBT. I repeat, t.me/Sandeep Bhushan SBT. And my WhatsApp number, wherein you can message to my WhatsApp number if you have any queries in regards to the subject or in regards to preparation. You can WhatsApp to my number, which is 9292000311. And do not forget to use my code, that is SBT10, while you are subscribing for 12 months or 24 months. And the next, I'll see you at 10:15 a.m., wherein I would be in regards to taking the in-depth analysis in regards to the editorials or the articles in regards to one point. So thank you very much to everyone who are part of the live classes. Thank you very much. See you at 10:15.